And welcome to Easter. It's Easter, finally. It's sunshine, it's skiing, it's, the high mountains with hopefully enough sunblock. And of course, what are we here to tell you? We're here to talk some sense into you. So welcome to the Bridge Show. Let the show begin. And we have a distinguished guest in the red chair. It's no other than Lasse, my good old friend from the broadcast industry. Welcome, Lasse.
Thank you so much, Simen.
It's great to have you here because, we've been talking a lot about all technical matters and technical matters are sometimes a bit boring.
I don't think so.
No, okay, thank you. I was just testing the waters here.
You start wrong.
That's very true.
Yeah.
No, it is a special Easter episode, and I can see by your, attire that we are here in Easter. I've also, put on a more relaxed kind of posture than we usually have on this show.
I'm just like an Easter chicken. Is that the correct to say in English?
Well, it's better than Easter bunny. So I think that you're doing great with that. And we've known each other for...
A decade.
Yeah, I think
2 decades, 4 decades.
I think it's very close to 4 decades.
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
I think that in the Winter Olympics in '94 we already have met.
I think so. Yes.
So it's been, and you have a long distinguished career as, of course, a journalist, a photographer, a musician.
Wow.
A composer.
Oh my God.
A foreign correspondent.
Yes.
And of course, you were also instrumental in the early days of the Norwegian broadcaster TV2, right?
Yeah, I was actually number 8 in TV2. We were a small group of people starting up the TV channel. And we all walked around in suits.
Oh boy.
Because we have to look serious people, And that was a very exciting time.
Oh,
because we had
one
big, actually we had one big competitor, that was NRK.
Yeah.
And of course on the commercial side we had TV Norway. That was the first commercial broadcaster in Norway. That
is very true, because TV Norway was basically from the old days of TV1 even. That's pretty old. And NRK is the commercial broadcaster in Norway. And of course TV2, the first real commercial broadcaster.
That's correct.
With legal ability to send commercials.
Yeah, they actually... It was a lot of fighting against it in the beginning,
I know.
It was 4 people started up TV Norway. And their success was a TV program called Casino.
That is true.
It was a game show,
yes.
The first real game show on Norwegian television. You can win a house or a car, whatever. But it was, what can I say? It was very new for the people, and the audience, they loved it.
They did, because again, it was the first time people got entertained in its respect.
Yes.
We had some big
and I have to say, it was first time they had interactive television in Norway.
That is true, because you could actually dial in and actually be part of the show.
Yes.
Oh boy, holy Moses. It's such a long time ago, but that were the day, right?
But we are still very beautiful.
That is very true, and you especially, Lasse.
And you too.
Oh, thank you very much. Well, here we are, 2 old geeks giving each other compliments. I mean, can TV even get better than this? I don't know. Well, we talk about this because it's a long time ago, and you were in the broadcast business when it went from very traditional videotape and other stuff, and basically then to non-linear, the introduction of computer technology, the introduction of networking, and everything that actually makes television what it is today.
I have to tell you that the first technical start for me was when I was working as a press photographer for VG, the biggest tabloid newspaper in Norway.
The tabloids, yes.
Yeah, and in the beginning, when I was traveling, I had 90 kilos with darkroom equipment with me.
Yeah, holy.
So, we had this old picture transmission thing. I don't know the English word for it.
Yeah, it was a rotary facsimile. Yeah.
And it was 20 kilo, and you had darkroom. You have to develop the film in the bathroom and things like that. And I, at that time, I was also very interested in the new technology.
Yeah.
So, when they had these negative transmitters coming out, Hasselblad cost about 100,000 euro. And I was the first freelancer, actually, that bought my own negative transmitter.
Yeah.
So I went over to Boston in USA, and I bought something called Leaf. It was much cheaper, but Norwegian AP used that one. So I had that one for, I think, approximately 1 year.
Yeah.
And then I had the opportunity to do things what other freelancers couldn't do.
Yeah.
So that was very nice start for me to look into the new technology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's get back to the logo here, because basically we need to start talking about the impact of a lot of these kind of things on what we do, because there was not a chance we could create this YouTube channel, 20 years ago. That was kind of like local. Because again, just the camera cost would be outrageous, and not talking about the whole production system.
Yes.
But what do you feel, has this ability of, let's say, democratization of the cost of equipment and the complexity of the equipment, has it made television better? Is that something we can kind of...
Technically, yes.
Technically, yes.
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 If you go to the content, I'm not sure, because as I told you, I've been in a lot of debates the last 4, 5, 6 weeks.
We actually have one cutting from that debate here, because you are then actually in debate with, of course, a very, very famous Norwegian music journalist, which, did get his notoriety by pretty much being quite ugly to, up-and-coming stars here.
Yeah, this is, he's working in Dagbladet, which has been...
Another tabloid.
Yeah, it's a tabloid. And they have a lot of good journalists. I've been working there myself about 2 years. So they have a lot of very, very good people.
Yeah.
The problem is that he was making, he was writing a kind of a story about the Eurovision Song Contest winner in Norway going to Holland, I think, to compete against the other European countries. And he was just writing that this was really bad, but he couldn't give an explanation why.
No, exactly.
And the tone, the way he wrote it, was for me no journalism.
No.
And I reacted on that because, those days, especially the last 4 years, the journalists, or they say this is fake news.
Yeah.
And even though it's not fake news, even though it's the facts coming up, especially some people supporting Donald Trump in the United States, they say fake news because they don't want anything else and what they believe in.
Very true. Yeah.
And I think that this is very dangerous for the journalism and for the journalists. And it's only one way to take the fight against this is to be serious, you don't have to...
You have either it's subjective or it is objective.
Yeah, but...
And if you're subjective, you can kind of have your opinions.
Yeah, but that's that's what
commentary.
I call
yes.
Commentary. So today it's a new trend. They are mixing the subjective journalism and the objective journalism. So they write a story and then they commentate about the story.
Exactly.
And that's not the journalist's job. That's the commentator's job.
Yes, it is.
So I don't like the mix. But the big problem is that we journalists, we have to see this danger.
Yeah.
We have to see that. For instance, in Norway, 9 out of 10, they think that journalists they will tell the truth.
Yeah.
Today it's 7 out of 10.
Okay.
So it's going down.
Yeah.
And something happened 4 or 5 years ago.
Or
with
even longer, I would argue.
yeah, but especially when these fake news words come out, you know, it's so easy. This is fake news. We don't think about it. And you have what you call YouTube.
Yeah.
That's the devil's channel for many. Not because of the fact that it's a lot of people making good stories there, but the conspiration theories is flowing over in YouTube. And that's also very dangerous because today you can create a TV program like this. You and I, we can say whatever we want to. You can put it on YouTube and nobody will correct us.
No, it's very true.
Yeah, so it's very easy to create stories that people believe in.
Yeah.
You can make stories that saying that he killed 3 people and he is a very, very dangerous man. Who's this man? Have you done it? Nobody can go after you and find the facts.
But that's then, again, it puts a lot of responsibility. If we're going to be, utilizing any kind of medium to get out there, it's very, very, you need to be responsible.
That was the point in this debate. I say that mainstream media, that's like they call it, we cannot let journalism be entertainment without having content.
No.
The content has to be true.
Yeah.
It has to be reliable.
Yeah.
And if you are a journalist, what you say has to be important, and you have to be a person that can stand against this, not think about. Well, let me say it another way. When a journalist writes a story, he does not write the story for the reader. He writes it for the editor. And he writes it for the editor because he wants to have better jobs, higher position in the media company. And that is a danger.
Yeah.
I've been there myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there myself. And I'm still there because I need things to do. That's my work.
Yeah, but is it a problem that, where is the editor these days? Is there any editor out there these days? Or is the position of editor kind of lost in space?
No. It's not like that. I think that it's a lot of very good journalists. I think that Norwegian media are much better than what you see abroad.
Yeah.
Because our system of a democracy, the people in Norway want it to be like that. And we have this, what you call it, Vær varsom-plakaten. I don't know the English word for it.
Be cautious.
Yeah, you have laws for the journalists that they have to keep.
But don't you think that this is kind of an insecure thing, that maybe we lull ourselves into that belief that we actually have this carefulness when we may not have it?
A friend of mine said that when you have sport athletes, they are world champions, they are Olympic champions, and in a way they are very high on themselves.
Yeah. Well, they should be.
Journalists are also.
Yeah, that's true. That is kind of true.
Very high self-confidence, and maybe that's correct also because they have a lot of power.
They need to, because again, where is the tenacity of pursuing a case down to its roots? You need to actually have a great deal of self-confidence.
I must say that it's a lot of criticism against the journalists. But I've been sitting in meetings in the biggest newspapers, in the biggest TV channels in Norway and also abroad. And when I see the work that they are putting into the research, how they take the different cases up against each other, can we write this? Can we show this picture? Can we show his face? Can we tell the audience the name? It's they analyze it very, very good. It's not like the audience say, oh, they don't care. Yes, they care a lot. But, and that is the point in what I'm saying. If they don't care, if they write a comment like this man did with the musician, then they show me, I don't care.
Yeah.
And the day they don't care, then it's falling down.
Yeah.
And then it's dangerous also because then the criticism against the journalist would suddenly be fake news.
Yeah.
And
Well-
we don't need it, we don't want it. And I also think that this can be dangerous, not only because they write in the comments in Facebook or whatever, it can be a directly physical threat against a journalist. And you see it also against the police, against the politicians, against the journalists. We have a more violent society, and that is created because the social media is, what can I say, making a kind of a crazy campaign.
Because there's no...
no limits.
There's no... you don't need truth in those channels.
Yes.
Well, one thing that we do know, and here on this channel, obviously very, very truthful, especially now in Easter time, that's for sure. But we live and thrive by culture, you know, and especially music. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah, he's nodding. I can tell. And the
What
key
do you
thing
say?
is...
No. Did you ask me a question now?
No. I was just commenting on, you know, you're a very cultured man, and you play instruments, you compose, you love music.
I try.
You do.
Try my best.
But we have our own mad musical genius, which basically is with us, and for this Easter program, he has done the following. Not bad. It was a short, you know, Gershwin tune. Do you like Gershwin?
I don't know, to be honest. I haven't heard so much from him.
He's pretty good. And of course, it's always nice to have Axel. Lasse, it was a pure pleasure that you could come here and do this one special in our studio. We'll be talking to you about more technical elements and, you know, because one thing that I believe we agree upon is why do we need technology? Well, it is to help the creatives to make the stories, because that's the creative's job.
Yeah, I heard photographers say that it's not the camera, it's the photographer. I think it's 50-50.
Yeah.
If a photographer does not have a good camera with the correct lenses, he will not be able to create good pictures. Because sometimes you need to use a wide angle and you have to go into the situation to be a part of it, to create the good pictures. Sometimes it's very safe to be on a distance.
Yeah.
So it depends on the situation.
Yeah.
But I think technology will develop the creativity. I'm 100%.
That's very, very true.
And that's why I'm a 123 years old. You heard what I said?
Yes,
yeah?
I know.
You have to...
123.
And
my
for me,
goodness.
And for me, it has been very important to follow the new technology. Because if a person in my age does not follow the new ways of maybe creating television, to have new cameras, drones, steadicams, whatever, then you will lose the fight against the younger people.
Yeah.
And it's not necessary that I'm 60, it's not necessary for me to lose this fight.
It's very true, and that's again keeping abreast of what's new, and again, I think that we'll take that on this note. And this is exactly why you're following this channel every Tuesday, because you can actually be 100% certain that every Tuesday you hear about it here, the next greatest thing technology. And Lasse, thank you for providing the why to that one. And basically, tune in next Tuesday for another Bridge Show. Happy Easter, guys, and have a great one.